This is legendary. This is Rob Carter Jr. from Robert Morris Football at Utah State on Saturday. And people are calling it the greatest interception of all time. And I don't think I disagree with them. It's crazy. If you haven't seen it yet, picture the Odell Beckham catch from a few years ago. Everybody's seen that, where he goes up against Dallas with one hand, reaches way back behind himself, shrugs off the Dallas defender, plucks it out of the air with his fingertips way behind his body, and lands on his back. Now picture that catch only spinning in the air after you stab it with your right hand. City Limits here explained it like, when we're at the pool with our friends, people jump off the diving board and spin in the air and try and make great catches with a Nerf football or whatever. This happened in a real game. And so we have Rob Carter Jr. from Robert Morris to talk about this. He's on the Sullivan Super Service Fan Hotline, Pittsburgh's trusted plumbing and HVAC provider for over 50 years. Rob, welcome to the show, man.
I just want to thank you for having me. Thank you.
You're welcome. I mean, I don't even know where to start. Let's start with this. The ball's in the air. What are you thinking here?
Ball's in the air. I'm thinking, should I go with two? Should I go with one? See, a lot of people don't know, but I broke my hand. I broke my hand the second play of the game. So as I'm thinking about this play, I'm thinking one hand or two hand. And I just went up with one because I didn't want to hurt my hand anymore.
So obviously it was you caught the ball with your right hand, correct?
Correct.
So your left hand was broken at the time?
Correct.
Oh, my God. So, all right, you go in the air and you stab it out of the air with just your right hand. Then what? Because the part that I can't get over, I mean, it would have been amazing if you did that and just landed on 2 feet or fell or whatever, but you did a midair 180. How did that happen?
So, like I said, my hand was broken. So as I go with one hand, I'm thinking I don't want to land on his hand again. So I just let the ball's momentum really just spin me. And I just as a kid, you just don't want to hurt yourself. So you find different ways to land without hurting yourself. So that's all I was thinking was let me spin, hit the ground the perfect angle so I don't hurt myself at all.
I mean, it was in gymnastics. That's a 10 out of 10. You couldn't have done that any more perfectly. And then the part I loved is when you got up, you spun the ball like a top on the ground, but then it looked like you grabbed your own helmet with both hands. It looked like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. Am I right about that? Or tell us about when you got up.
No, you're correct. People were saying oh, the teammate that ran up, they were asking oh, why did he mess up the celebration? But in all honesty, that wasn't even a celebration. I was in utter shock, just like everyone else. I was just thinking to myself, did I really just do this? It was just, I was in shock.
So was everybody who watched it. I mean, I still can't get over it, like I said. And then, of course, the social media reaction. Jonathan Stewart, who used to play for the Carolina Panthers, running back, said it was the greatest interception of all time. Antonio Cromartie. You name people from the NFL. Honestly, Rob, I think it might have been the greatest interception of all time. But what about the social media reaction? When did you, I guess after the game, how soon did you realize that this had gone nuts on social media?
So honestly, at halftime, my dad was blowing up my phone, and I'm thinking something happened at home. So he called me, I want to say 8 or 9 times. On the 10th time, I answer. I'm like, are you good? He's like, you might be on ESPN, and I'm just I'm in the middle of the game. I'm just oh, it's just a regular play. I hang up. I'm I gotta finish this game. But no, after the game, I did not want to check my phone because it's everybody was saying that it was going viral. And I was just okay, I want to wait till I get on the plane, on the bus, so I can just let it all come at once. So.
Wow. And what did you see that stood out from either whether it was the nature of the post or from a notable person?
It was everything. ESPN, Sports Center, Overtime. As a kid, you don't just think things like this happen. So as I'm seeing ESPN and Sports Center Bleacher Report, Overtime, all of them posted clips. I'm just in my head like, yo, is this like really happening? That's like all I'm saying to myself is like, is this real right now? Like that's all I could say was like, is this real right now? And then of course I'm with my teammates, so they're like, yeah, like it's real, like it's real.
Limits, you want to jump in here?
Yeah, Rob, for me, being a student in the past at RMU and also covering games up there, really seen the football program grow over the last couple of years. Walking around campus, are people noticing you, pointing you out, asking you about the interception?
Oh, yes. Like, I've never thought like I'd get to this point in my life, but like as I walk into the cafeteria, the lunch ladies was like, "Are you the guy that made the catch?" And then like everybody just starts like clapping. And then just like everybody's just constantly asking like, "Are you the guy that made the catch? Are you the guy that made the catch?" And I'm just like, "Yes." Like,
wow,
it's a lot. It's a lot.